Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're just going to be doing a very relaxed, chill, getting ready with me style video. I'm going to be using all products from my March everyday makeup drawer. So if you missed that video, I will link it up here in the cards for you guys so you can go check it out. I recapped everything that I picked out for February and my thoughts on those products, and then shared what I'm going to be using this month. So today I've just picked out like a smattering of the products from my everyday makeup drawer so we can play with them together, hang out, chat about life. Just as a fair warning, this video is probably going to be super long and super rambly. Having just finished filming it, I know I've been filming for a while, so I apologize if this video is like all over the place. I don't really know yet because I haven't edited the footage, but I just have a feeling that's what's about to happen. Anyway, if you guys want to see how I created this super fun, colorful look, or if you just want to like hang out and chill with me, go grab your makeup if you want to go get ready together, or your snack, your drink, whatever, get cozy, because again, it's probably going to be a while. And with all that being said, let's get into it. Oh man, my hair is going to be crazy today, so we're just gonna ignore that. Alright, so let's put some makeup on this face. I feel like I need it today. I need a little pick-me-up because my energy is like all over the place. Gonna start out with my Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. I've had this guy for quite a while now. It says it's got a 12-month shelf life, and I'm pretty sure I've had this for more than 12 months. But it seems to still be fine, and like I'd like to actually try to use it up. The issue is that this is a more hydrating primer. It kind of does blur out the look of pores and texture, which is why I like it. And even though it says it's luminizing, it doesn't have like visible sparkly chunks or anything like that on the skin. In the summer, it's a little bit too dewy for me, so I can only use it for like half the year. It's gonna try to get some mileage out of this guy this month before the weather warms up and my skin gets even more greasy. And then for foundation, I'm gonna be using the Kokie Skin Perfect HD foundation. This again is something I pulled back out into the rotation this month that I haven't used in eons. It's kind of old. I've had it for a long time, but again, we're just gonna go with it's probably fine. And I don't really feel like getting up and trying to find and wet a sponge right now, so I'm just gonna use this It Cosmetics buffing brush. So here is basically the deal that is my life. So last week, my husband and I both were sick with strep throat, which sucked. I actually didn't get too super sick. I kind of caught it early. He was feeling worse than I was, and we both went to the Minute Clinic together and got tested and came back positive, so got on antibiotics, and I kind of was able to escape the brunt of badness. Of course, I didn't want to contaminate like all my makeup, so I kind of had to shuffle around filming and be really careful about things, and it was a big pain in the butt. But my husband, who started to feel better, ended up getting sicker again over the weekend, and I don't know if he just caught something viral because his immune system was weakened from having the strep or what. There's so much craziness going around right now. It's awful, but he has been so sick since last week, like Tuesday night, and so I've been taking care of him basically every day, which is a nice thing about working from home and being here. Like, I am available to take care of him, but I myself wasn't feeling super great, so I just haven't been all that motivated to like get any work done. I haven't been super productive since last week, which has been rough because there's a lot of stuff I want to do here on my channel and also on my blog. I feel like I have not been posting nearly as much as I would like to. It's something I'd like to get back into more, and I just have not made it a priority, and stuff like this keeps happening that keeps kind of like throwing a wrench into things, and it's tough. So looking at this foundation, I don't hate it, but I don't feel like I love it as much as I remember loving it the last time that I used it. It gives a very like natural, medium-ish coverage finish on the skin. It's not really flat and matte, but it's not super dewy either. It's kind of nice and satin, so it's good for like a quick natural makeup look, but I feel like I can still see a lot of my redness and blemishes through this. And the way that it sits on the skin, it kind of looks a little bit makeup-y, like it doesn't look like it's really like melted in. I don't know, I feel like the new Revlon Photo Ready Candid foundation gives a similar finish, but I like it a little bit more than this guy. So I'm glad at least that I decided to pull this back out into the rotation because I can kind of test them both side by side. I have them both in my everyday makeup drawer. So by the end of the month, I should know which of these I prefer, and I might end up decluttering this if I don't fall in love with it. So concealer is going to be absolutely necessary. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Such an OG fave. Actually, it's newer to my collection. I got it this summer. I had never really used it when it was super hyped up, but I do enjoy it, especially paired with more natural finish foundations, because it has decent coverage, but it's very lightweight and kind of liquidy, so it kind of just blends really nicely into natural makeup and doesn't look too heavy or too cakey on the skin. But yeah, so I've just been very stressed and kind of off of my A game in the last week. My husband never ever gets sick. Like, I'm always the one that's always catching everything. I feel like he's always the incubator of germs. Like, he'll have a little cough and then I'll get like the death flu from him. So it was very strange to have him be super sick, like in bed for 4 days, and my not really being sick at all. It's extremely uncommon, but I think it just made me anxious for his sake because it is so rare that he gets that sick. I'm just gonna set all this down with my pretty Vulgar, the Powder Room powder. This comes with a little built-in puff, which is super cute. And now, I know I'm not alone in this, but I am like a total nervous Nelly. Like, I have had anxiety for my entire life, and I know that when stuff like this happens, I have a tendency to super overreact, and I know I'm being irrational about it. Gonna be bronzing up my skin with the BLUSHINGBIRDIE Bahama Mama Bronzer. This is such a good product, and again, like an OG favorite, so I'm really happy to have this back in the rotation. Gonna just use this Sigma large angled contour brush to apply this. But yeah, I know so many other people out there struggle with anxiety, and I feel like for me, it's been an up and down thing my entire life. When I was younger, I feel like it was a lot worse. Like, I've definitely learned to manage it as I've gotten older, but I feel like there are certain periods of time in our lives where there's just up and downs, and sometimes you just need a little extra help, or it can just become a little more intense for one reason or another. So I don't think there's any shame in that. I feel like it's a lot more common than we realize, and people just don't talk about it. I really appreciate that in the YouTube sphere, so many more influencers are kind of coming out about their personal struggles and kind of normalizing things, because I think there's just so much that goes on behind closed doors in all of our lives, and it's so easy to think that you're the only one going through something or that's struggling with what you're struggling with, when it turns out a lot of other people probably know how you feel. So just putting it out there that things have just been a little, I don't know, not the greatest for me lately. Not terrible, but I just feel like I'm not in a super awesome spot. So it's why I've been kind of absent from like Instagram on my stories and stuff. And I don't know. I feel like I haven't been showing up, if you will, as much as I had been previously. And it's something, I don't know, I like to try to work on and make better. For blush, I'm going to be using the LORAC Color Source blush in the shade Prism. This is such a beautiful peach. I love this blush so much. I've had it forever and I never get sick of it. You know, I'm just going to go in with this same brush that I used for my contour to apply this. So yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about talking about this kind of stuff, if it's the kind of thing that you find helpful or interesting to hear people open up about. So let me know what your thoughts are, because I certainly have lots of more non-makeup, real-life stuff that I could chat about with you guys. So if that's something you'd like me to share more on this channel, definitely let me know, because I feel like it's helpful to me when I see that kind of content out there, so I'm sure I'm not the only one, but it's always good to check in with you guys. And for highlight, I'm going to be using the Persona Cali Glow Highlighter in Zuma. Oh, this one is one of my absolute favorites. I'm just going to apply this with a MODA Highlight and Glow brush. This stuff is like real intense, so you just need a tiny little bit and then you want to build it up. Otherwise, it can go a little overboard real quickly. Anyway, on a slightly more positive note, I am almost at 5,000 subscribers here on my channel, which is so awesome. I honestly did not expect, like if you asked me back in December when I thought I might hit 5,000 subscribers. I was hoping it would happen this year, but honestly, I probably wouldn't have expected it until maybe the summer, if that, just based on the rate that I had been growing. But I feel like I got so many new subscribers after my declutter series in January, which is awesome. So if you're one of the people that watched that and subscribed, thank you for doing that. And I feel like, you know, my channel has been in a good kind of upswing since then, which has been amazing. So I'm definitely planning on doing a 5K giveaway for you guys. I have like a whole little basket of goodies already picked out. So I'm hoping that I'll hit 5K sometime this month, and then I'll be able to post a video about that. So stay tuned. So to fill in my brows, I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Brow Pencil. So this is something that I had years ago. I feel like I got this originally back in like 2013, 2014. Not this exact pencil, but I had owned it in the past and I liked it, but I also feel like it was at a time in my life where I didn't really know that much about brows, and then I never really purchased it. I think I got it in like a subscription box or something, and then this came in, I think, BoxyCharm sometime last year, and I had so many other brow pencils on hand, I decided to just kind of like put it to the side. But then when I did my declutter, I saw this in my stash and I was like, ooh, you know what, I would really like to try this out again. So I just decided the other day to bust it out and use it, and dude, this is so good. I don't even remember it being that good, but maybe it's just that now I've tried so many brow products, I have more perspective than I did in the past. But this is just like super fast, easy to work with, and I feel like the color is perfect for my eyebrows. It says it's supposed to be universally flattering, which I never really agree fully with the whole concept of a universally flattering brow pencil. Like, there are definitely some shades that are more likely to suit more people, but I'd be hard-pressed to believe that there is any one shade that would work with literally everyone's eyebrow hairs. Anyway, so this guy has kind of a more, not super chunky tip, it's like slightly rectangular but with rounded edges, so it fills in faster than those like micro fine brow pencils, but it also still has some precision, and I feel like it's that nice blend of being creamy but not too pigmented, so it goes on smoothly. You don't have to like really tug at your eyebrows, but it doesn't go on too heavy so that you look like Groucho Marx, you know? It's just really easy to work with, and I'm really excited to have like rediscovered this guy. Let's move on to eyeshadow. So I have two things I want to be using today. So I mentioned in my most recent everyday makeup drawer that I am going to be using my ColourPop magnetic palette this month. This fun little thing of beauty that I've put together here has all of my ColourPop single shadows, and I definitely do not use these enough, and they're beautiful. A bunch of these are brand new. I just ordered them. Some of them I've had for a while, so now I have this nice complete collection to play with, and I kind of felt like if I gave myself a challenge to only use this palette this month, I would actually force myself to be creative and play around with some of these like fun colorful shades, and I could also like mix these with all of my cool like liquid glitters and other stuff that I have on hand. Speaking of which, I really want to use this guy today. It is the Dose of Colors Eyedeal Duo in the shade Mint to Be. This was a limited edition product from last year, and I think you can still get this on the Dose of Colors website, but you have a cream eyeshadow on top and then a loose pigment glittery situation on the bottom, and this is a really beautiful minty green, and I honestly haven't used it in ages, so I really want to use this today, and I figured I have plenty of options in here to play with as well. So we're gonna make some kind of combination of these guys on the eyes today. I know I've done a lot of purple lately, but I feel like the purple and the mint could be really cool together. I also just used this one, 20 something, in a look I shared on Instagram, and this is what I was wearing in my everyday makeup drawer video. So I kind of want to branch out from this guy, or I could stick to like the more blue tones. I don't know. But whatever, you know what? Maybe I'm just not gonna overthink it. Maybe I'll just kind of like wing it and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna start with this shade here, which is called Labyrinth, I believe. I'm gonna put that in my crease as a transition with my Sigma E35 blending brush. Sometimes I feel like with makeup, as is the case with everything in my life, I just need to not overthink things and just need to go for it and see what happens. I feel like I am such a planner, such a cautious individual that like I have a tendency to feel like I need to work out every single possible detail of something before I can get started. And honestly, sometimes you just get in your own way when you think like that, and you just need to trust yourself that you'll figure it out as you go and just kind of like take the leap and get started. So I guess we'll just channel those vibes in today's look. I will say this much though, daylight savings time is around the corner, and even though it means losing an hour of sleep, I am so freaking excited to have sun longer in the day. Honestly, I feel like part of this whole issue of me being like in a funk and anxious and just like not feeling fantastic is that I'm getting cabin fever from the fact that it's winter. I'm like not getting enough sunlight. I'm not getting outside. I'm not getting enough exercise. I'm just like too cooped up in the house all the time, and it's cold. It's been snowy. It's been dark, and I think I am just super in tune with nature, with the sun. Like I always feel so much better and more energized on a bright sunny day, and I think this New England winter weather is just like, it's getting to me. So I'm going to take this shade called Neutrino. Look at how cool that blue duochrome reflect is. I'm going to use my MOTD Cosmetics Under the Covers brush, and I think I'm going to wet this and apply this to the lid. So yeah, I just feel like I need to get out. I need a change of pace. I think I've just been kind of in a little bit of a weird blah state being home and kind of feeling a little listless since I quit my last like contracting situation. Like I think it was a good decision for me, and I'm glad that I made that choice. But I think I've just been not really sure what the next step is, and I just have been a little anxious about what the next step for me is and whether or not I can have success here on YouTube, and I think it's just been kind of all piling up in my brain space. That is a very pretty color, but it definitely needs to be built up. I bet you if I put this on over like a glitter glue or something, it probably would be even more impactful. But with a wet brush, you can make it work. You just need to kind of like really layer this on. All right, so then I'm gonna go into the cream side of this with my brush here on the clean side, and I'm going to apply this to the inner portion of the lid / a little bit into the inner corner. And then I'm gonna take this sultry smudge brush from MOTD Cosmetics, and we'll go into the pigment side here, and I'm just gonna pat this right on top of the cream. Oh man, yes, that is so sparkly and pretty. This is why I wanted to bust this guy out again, because I feel like it's so easy to forget how beautiful something is that you already have in your collection. It's so easy to like get suckered into the next new thing, and then you just like totally forget what you already have. So this is, oh, so stunning. I'm getting some like serious mermaid vibes with this look, and I am not hating it. Granted, I have a board meeting at the theater tonight, so they're gonna have to deal with my very artistic, colorful looking makeup, but I feel like, you know, they're theater people. They're pretty chill, so I'm not too worried about it. Well, that is super fun, but I feel like I still need some more blending, some more work here in the crease, just to kind of make this look a little bit more complete. I'm gonna just go back in with a little bit more of that Labyrinth, so that way there's not really a harsh edge with that Neutrino shade. I don't have like a matte purple shade in here, so I'm like, I kind of feel like I want to add something fun to the lower lash line. I'm thinking maybe this like matte teal color could be kind of cool and kind of pull in with the mint. I'm gonna use this MOTD Cosmetics Masterpiece crease and hope for the freaking best. This, by the way, is the shade Formation, in case you were curious. This is probably super pigmented shade, so I'm gonna like go in lightly to start and then buff it out and build it up if I need to. But yeah, that is pigmented. Yeah, definitely don't need to go too crazy with that shade. When I was buying some new shades from ColourPop during their most recent sale, I used Temptalia's website and like her swatch comparisons to figure out which shades I want to buy. If you have never been on her website, she is like the OG beauty blogger. She is a fantastic resource. She has the most insanely amazing swatch library and like comparison analysis. You can look up almost like any eyeshadow in any palette and there's a swatch of it. And you can put that swatch up against swatches from other shadows so you can see how similar they are in color and in finish. It's so handy to try to avoid getting dupes if you're trying to buy unique things for your collection. If you are planning on picking up ColourPop eyeshadows, I highly recommend checking out her site so you can see exactly what these look like and what they swatch like, because sometimes the performance is not what you would expect. This Formation shade though was one of the new ones that I picked up, and she had given it a really high rating. It was like on her list of like the 10 or 20 best pressed shadows from ColourPop. So I decided, all right, maybe I need to pick that up. I feel like I still need a little something, maybe just like a little bit of depth in the outer corner of the eye, just like a little bit. I do have this kind of like reddish matte shade. This one's Stay Golden. I don't know. Will that work? Maybe. We might have to make it work. I'm gonna grab this Luxie eye shading brush, which is kind of small and fluffy, and I'm just gonna like take a teeny tiny bit of this and I'll just start by tapping this into the outer corner. Yeah, okay. I don't think this is bad. I don't think I've ruined it. I think we're okay. That looks kind of cool. All right, well that's kind of fun and colorful. I'm digging that. I feel like I need a little bit of liner to kind of make my eyelashes come back to life. I'm gonna use this one from Esqido. This is their black gel eyeliner, something I've had for quite a while now and have not reached for, but it is a very decent gel twist up liner. Not sure I like it as much as the Sigma one that I just tested out or talked about recently. That one is so good, and it's cheaper than this, but this isn't bad and I have it, so I wanted to make myself use it. And you know what? I'm just gonna go in with this little Sigma Waterline liner brush in this matte black shade from ColourPop, which is called Let's Do It. And I'm just gonna kind of like set that all down and kind of blend it out because I feel like that went on like a little bit uneven and I want to perfect it. All right, let's finish up these eyes. Gonna curl my lashes and then go in with my mascara. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which I have used before, but it's been quite a long time. So after my It Cosmetics mascara bit the dust, I decided to swap this one into the rotation. I just got it in BoxyCharm maybe a month or so ago. And it's been interesting cracking back into this guy again because it is such a hyped mascara. I feel like so many people compare other ones to this. It has well, at the time I feel like the wand was unique. It has a sort of hourglass shape and a lot of other brands have copied this and followed suit. So let me curl my lashes first and then we'll chat about this a little bit more. So I actually busted into this guy, I would say maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe like the last week of February. So technically before the end of the month, but I was just so over the It Cosmetics one. It was really kind of dried up and gooky, so I just needed something new. And so this has had a little bit of time. It's not like my first time applying this, and I feel like this is the kind of mascara that gets better with age. Like the first 2 to 3 times I applied it, it definitely was very natural looking on the lashes and I really had to work to build it up. But now that it's dried out just a little bit, like once you get to that like 2-week mark, I feel like it starts to be a lot better. It definitely still is the kind of formula you have to work with. Part of it's also the brush. The brush definitely separates the lashes really well, which is nice, so you don't get super clumpy spider lashes, but you kind of have to keep going over it and building it up and like catching more lashes with each pass to get like a really dramatic, voluminous effect. So yeah, it's funny, I feel like the first time I used this, after having not used it for years, I was kind of like, what the heck is all the fuss about? I do not remember this being this kind of blah. But now that I've been using it for a little while, I'm like, oh, okay. I understand. Also, my allergies right now are driving me up a freaking wall. Because I was sick and I had strep, I couldn't get my allergy shot last week, and it is killing me. I feel like my nose is just running constantly. I have an appointment on Monday. I cannot wait. Not that I like being stabbed in the arms, but honestly, I don't even care anymore. I've been doing it for like 5 years now, and it definitely has made a difference. I feel like, I mean, I still am symptomatic. It's not like your allergies magically vanish when you get allergy shots. It just makes your symptoms a lot less severe. I feel like I'm a lot less likely to get sinus infections than I used to, which is a really good thing. But I definitely am not at the point yet where I'm ready to like stop them altogether, even though it's been about 5 years. Like, I still need them about every 3 weeks, or I start to notice that my allergies come back with a vengeance and my nose is just so runny and so stuffy and I'm sneezing every 2 seconds. And let me tell you, as a person that loves makeup, it is infuriating because right now my nose, I feel like I need to blow it really bad, and I know as soon as I do, it's going to rub all the makeup off of my face, and it's just, the struggle is real. If you guys have allergies, let me know, because I know you understand the pain. All right, so here are the eyes with just mascara, and I feel like, I mean, it looks pretty good. First of all, I really enjoyed this color combination. I think this ended up being a lot of fun, and I feel like the lashes actually look pretty decent. I mean, I could probably also use some falsies with this just to add like even more drama, but honestly, I don't know if I feel it today. So since we went so colorful on the eyes, I think I want to kind of keep things neutral on the lips. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Lip Contour Pencil in the shade Muse. This is one of my favorite lip liners, and I don't use it nearly often enough. I haven't reached for it in a while, so we're gonna put this bad boy on. It sounds a little bit more of a cool toned, like mauvey pink, but it's really pretty, and I feel like it definitely goes with a lot of liquid lipsticks and lipsticks that I have. It's just like super creamy, but it also feels like a little sticky, like long wearing. I don't know that I would necessarily want to wear this by itself without something over top of it. Maybe it's also my lip balm. I had the Patchology Gloss Balm treatment on before I put on the lip liner just to kind of keep my lips prepped. Maybe that's what's making it sticky, I don't know. Either way, I feel like I need a gloss, and I might just go like full on hollow vibes right now and use this Almay Goddess gloss because I have not reached for this in a hot minute, and it's in my everyday makeup drawer this month for a reason. I kind of wanted to test it out again. This is the shade Fairy, which is a really pretty pink with like a gold glittery shift. So let's just do it and see how it goes. Does it smell off? I can't tell. It smells a little weird, and I can't remember if that was how it always smelled or if it just smells this way because it's old. I feel like it's a little gloopy, like a little bit. Maybe I put on too much. See how it's like making those kind of stringy, lip glossy vibes? Not digging that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the color of the lip liner with the gloss over it doesn't like totally clash with the eyes, and it doesn't give like a glittery finish. It just gives like a holographic iridescent kind of sheen to the lips, which I don't hate. I just don't know if I love this formula. It's not like super sticky like MAC lip gloss sticky, but it doesn't, I don't know, I don't feel like I like it as much as like, well, I've been wearing the Pat McGrath lip gloss lately, and that's just spoiled me because it is so amazingly beautiful on the lips. And this just feels slightly less pleasant than that guy, you know? All right, I think this face is about as good as it's gonna get, so I'm just gonna seal this in with my Ofra makeup fixer, take off my headband situation, and I'll be back in a second. God, that stuff is so intense. All right, guys, so here we have it, the final look that I came up with. I actually kind of like how it came out. These eyes are really fun. I am digging the combination of the like teal and purple with a little bit of pinkiness. I think it looks kind of cool, and I always enjoy pushing myself a little bit out of my comfort zone, which was entirely why I wanted to make myself use this palette more. And then, of course, it was also super fun to play with some products that I've loved and owned for a while. Honestly, I have been really really enjoying doing the whole everyday makeup drawer shop my stash kind of series. It has really helped me like fall back in love with my makeup collection, and I feel like it's just gotten my brain more organized. I feel like I have a system now of making sure that I actually am utilizing everything that I own. I feel like I'm much more able to quickly declutter things. If I don't like them, I don't feel as attached or needing to hold on to them because I've given them like a proper month-long run. All in all, if you are someone that's like a big makeup junkie and you haven't been doing this for yourself and kind of like curating your collection on a monthly basis, I highly encourage you to try it because I found it to be super enjoyable. And doing these getting ready with me's is even more awesome because then I get to sit down on camera and hang out with you guys and show you the products that I picked out and demo them and give some of these older products some FaceTime and some love. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos as much as I'm enjoying making them for you. And I hope you don't mind me like just like randomly rambling at you for the last half an hour or however long this video ends up being. Honestly, I feel like a little afraid to sit down and edit this footage because I know it's gonna take me forever. I've been filming for quite a while, but hopefully you got something out of it. At the very least, you got to see me put this makeup on my face and hopefully you liked the look. So if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up or leave a comment, say hello, let me know how you're doing, let me know if you like any of these makeup. Basically, just tell me whatever's on your mind. I love chatting with you guys. And yeah, on that note, I think it's about time for me to let you guys go. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to come hang out with me and play with makeup. I hope you have a good one and I will see you in my next video. Bye.